1910. Deep in the deserts of Panama, miners unearthed something that shouldn't exist. Not gold, not oil. Teeth. Teeth the size of a human hand. From a predator that ruled the oceans 23 million years ago. This wasn't just a shark. This was Megalodon Leviathan, so massive, its bite could crush a tank. Its teeth, 7 inches long, and it hunted whales for breakfast. Today, we're diving into Earth's most terrifying giant animals, so colossal, they redefine danger. Forget dinosaurs. These were the real apocalypse engineers. We'll stare down a snake longer than a school bus, a millipede that could kill a T-Rex, and a flying reptile with a wingspan wider than a Boeing 737. These weren't myths, they were science, and their weight, crispy, deadly, unforgiving. Let's begin with the ocean's most infamous nightmare. Meet Otatus Megalodon. Big tooth, 60 feet long. 3x longer than a great white, weighing 70 tons, that's 14 elephants stacked together. Its bite force, 40,000 pounds per square inch. For context, a human bite is 160 psi. Megalodon's jaw could split a car in half. Megalodon's teeth were self-sharpening. So one tooth broke, a new one slid forward like a conveyor belt of death. And its favorite snack, baby whales. Why? Because whales evolved to be bigger to escape it. Megalodon literally shaped evolution. But here's the twist. Megalodon went extinct because it got too big. When ocean temperatures dropped 2 degrees Celsius, its warm-blooded metabolism couldn't keep up. It starved. Size became its doom. 60 million years ago, in the coal swamps of Colombia, the air was thick with humidity. And Titanoboa, 42 feet long, weighing 2,500 pounds. That's 5 grizzly bears in one coil. And it didn't just eat mammals, it ate dinosaurs for breakfast. How do we know? Fossilized vomit. Paleontologists found Titanoboa bones inside the stomach of a prehistoric crocodile. But the crispy kicker, it was cold-blooded. Stay warm. It needed tropical temps above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. When the climate cooled 5 degrees Celsius, extinction size was its weakness. And get this, Titanoboa's vertebrae were so dense it could barely lift its head out of water. It was basically a living submarine that swallowed crocodiles whole. One squeeze equals 9 tons of pressure. Your bones would turn to dust. Now, imagine a millipede, 8.5 feet long and 1.5 feet wide. Arthroplura, not a centipede. This was a herbivore the size of a grand piano, weighing 1,100 pounds. How? 'Cause 300 million years ago, oxygen levels were 35% higher than today. Bugs grew big. But here's the crispy horror. It was armored like a tank. Its exoskeleton was thicker than a dinosaur's skull, and if you stepped on it, its legs could deliver venomous stings like a scorpion on steroids. One bite could dissolve human flesh. And why did it vanish? Oxygen crashed. When plants evolved, bark, forests stopped pumping out oxygen. Arthroplura suffocated in its own shell. Size killed it again. Meet the largest flying animal ever, Quetzalcoatlus, 36-foot wingspan. That's longer than a school bus, weighing 550 pounds. But here's the crispy paradox. How? It could take off without running. How? Its hollow bones were lighter than a bird's, yet its neck was thicker than a crocodile's tail. This wasn't a glider. It swooped down on baby dinosaurs, stabbing them with a 7-foot beak, and its brain, it's larger than a T-Rex's relative to body size. It could plan a hunt 10 miles ahead. But the kicker, it walked on its wings, folding its 18-foot arms to stalk prey like a sky shark on legs. And when it landed, it collapsed like a falling building. Its bones were so fragile, it probably died if IT fell over. Size made it unstoppable, until gravity won. Forget giraffes. Paraceratherium stood 18 feet tall at the shoulder, weighing 20 tons. That's for Africans. Elephants standing on a scale. It ate leaves from trees 26 feet high, using a neck longer than a fire engine. But here's the crispy truth. It had nitrogen monoxide horns. No tusks. It's just giant, blunt teeth for grinding leaves. And its legs, thicker than tree trunks. One kick could shatter a T-Rex's skull. Yet it was so docile, it probably just mowed lawns. Why did it die out? Grasslands expanded. Its giant size needed massive calories, but grass is low energy. It starved while smaller rhinos thrived. Too big to adapt. From Megalodon's teeth to Parasaurolophus bones we've seen. Size equals power, but also size equals doom. Every giant fell because of the same crispy equation. Energy needs versus environmental change. Today, the blue whale survives, but it's borderline too big. If oceans warm too fast, it could follow Megalodon's path. Size isn't just dangerous, it's fragile. So, remember, the biggest giants didn't fall to predators, but to a single degree of temperature change. In the end, the Earth doesn't care how big you are. It only cares if you can adapt. Size is a luxury. Survival is a skill.